You're listening to the Bent Business Marketing Podcast, helping struggling entrepreneurs realize your business is bent, not broken. Let us help straighten things out.
Everybody, welcome to another episode of Bent Business Marketing. This is your host, as always, Andy the Marketing Guy, coming to you from Clinton, Iowa. And today's show is really near and dear to my heart because we're going to be talking about kind of the method I use to build a bent business marketing. Now, it's not crazy. It's not kind of way off the wall. Hundreds, if not thousands of people are doing it every single day. But I want to talk to you about the importance of giving people something to talk about, how to create killer content to better market your business. So a lot of times you'll hear me say this to somebody, hey, why don't you start a blog, write a free report, author a newspaper or magazine article, and create a video explaining your product for YouTube? Why don't you do some of this stuff to build some massive exposure for your business? And the reply I usually get in return is, I don't know, man. I just don't have time, and I doubt anyone or anybody would watch or read my stuff. It seems like a ton of work for nothing. But I'm here to tell you, yes, you are correct. It is a lot of work. But isn't that what you bit off when you decide to open up your own business? There's a saying that drifts in and out of the online marketing world which exclaims that content is king. It simply implies that the more content you offer your customer, client, or the person who stumbles onto your website for the first time, the better the chance that you have to convert them into a buyer or a repeat buyer of your product, maybe a promoter of your brand or a lover of your message. See, people want substance. They want proof that you know what you're talking about and what it is that you can actually do for them. The easiest way for you to provide that proof and to build trust is to educate, and I mean do it a lot. Our favorite brands are the ones who are fun to connect with, and they do an amazing job at teaching us about their product rather than simply expecting us, their audience, to fall in love with them just because we think or they think they're cool. By harnessing the power of the internet, every single business, yes, even your business, regardless of the size, has the ability to share your story on a global scale. So I'm a huge fan of blog. I'm a huge fan of blogs, Like what you're reading right here, bentbusinessmarketing.com is a blog. So just like the post that I'm going to author and submit out there, blogs give us the chance to connect with our followers, while at the same time they provide content that's jam-packed full of useful tools, tips, and tricks. Oh, plus they're really good for search engine optimization. See, people keep coming back in order to learn more about a subject that they feel can help build their business and boost their bottom line. There's websites out there like blogger.com have made starting a blog super simple. WordPress.com, which is what I use to build my blog, very, very simple platform to work with. You don't need your own website to get started with blogging. That's why Blogger.com fits so nicely for a lot of people. It's a Google product and allows you to create something organically from scratch without having to have your own web domain. So say you're not a writer. Say you want to do something cool like podcasts or make something just an audio that you can send around in a link. Maybe you want to do a couple interviews. Where are you going to do that? How do you do it? Do you know how to store information in a digital audio file somewhere? Well, let me tell you, you don't need to know any of that crap because Spreaker.com, that's Spreaker.com, allows you the opportunity to host your very own radio show just like this. And again, the site is very, very easy to use. It provides the creator with mixing boards, sound bites, and social media integrated links that you can weave into your broadcast so you can share it on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and all those other cool social media sites. And I'm sure you've heard of YouTube, right? So that phone inside your pocket, or the one sitting on your counter, is capable of taking some amazing video, HD even. A lot of the cameras are really getting better and actually surpassing the handhelds. So download a few visual editing tools and apps for your phone, and you're literally sitting on a full-blown production studio right in your own back pocket. Start making videos of you and your staff showcasing your products or services. Do a quick 2 to 3 minute demonstration or give a virtual tour of your store or business. Take advantage of these opportunities to show your customer what's going on behind the scenes. You understand people are inquisitive with a dash of nosy, and they love feeling like they are being shown the recipe to your coveted secret sauce. So after you have some content created, I like to do what I refer to as the content double tap. I'll sit down and author a blog post covering the topic of social media marketing, for example, and then next I'll publish that same post to my blog, and then I do the double tap. I get double the impact by submitting the same content in an audio form, just like I'm doing right now. Or even for triple threat impact, I'll go and I'll post my article on sites like Reddit, reddit.com. This extra step increases the exposure of my message and also helps better optimize my website for online search engines like Google. Remember, SEO, search engine optimization. One thing that's even cooler, after you spent a year creating all this content for your blog, you'll be amazed to find out that you've written more than enough to transform your ramblings into a full-scale freaking ebook or paperback if you want to pay some of these freelance shipping companies out there. How awesome will it be when you can tell someone that questioning your knowledge and they say, "Do you really know what you're talking about?" You can in turn come back and say, as a reply, "I wrote the book on it." Building a massive amount of substance will be beneficial for both your customer as well as your own professional growth. By writing new content on a weekly basis, you'll be forced to do research on your subject. This research will boost your level of industry-specific knowledge and help ensure that you're on the cutting edge of any major changes or innovations in your market. So now back to that short conversation I had with a prospective client up there where I said, you should do this, you should do that, and then came back and said, there's not enough time. Creating content is insanely time consuming, but the rewards are well worth the effort. If you truly want to be successful in marketing your business, you have to take the time to give your customers what they want. And right now, they want nothing more than to know about your business. What do you offer? What products do you have? What services do you have that'll benefit their lives? They want to better understand your business and learn how you can make their lives easier. So these questions are already going on in your prospective customers' heads. All that's missing is your response. The point of this whole broadcast is really just to drive home that throwing that ad in the newspaper isn't your fail-safe. That's not a safety net. That's not going to prevent you from going bankrupt. That's not going to prevent you from closing up shop and hanging that close sign on your business. It's not going to prevent you from blowing your whole life savings on a business that's not going to work. In order for people to continue to know what you have to offer, you have to tell them. How do we convey information nowadays? You know there's more cell phones in the United States than there are people? Do you know that more people get their newspaper digitally now than still receive the paper copy? Do you know that more people get information, i.e. news reporters and things like that, get information faster by going to Twitter or Facebook than they do the old telephone lines? Information is being shared drastically different today in 2014 than it was 10 years ago. You need to jump on this train because it's leaving Dodge. And if you're not willing to start creating some digital content as proof to tell your customers that you know what you're talking about, then I hate to tell you, but you're going to be failed from the start. You got to be in it to win it. Sounds cliche, but it's true. I started bentbusinessmarketing.com, in my in-laws' second floor extra bedroom with the only sound absorbing or acoustic treatments I had in the room were my clothes hanging on a rack behind me. But I started typing these blog posts, and I started doing these videos, and I started recording these podcasts, and now I'm sitting at 250, almost 260 blog posts, videos, a decent following on Facebook. I have an ebook out, The Very Best of Bent Business Babble, which is just a combination of all my most popular blog posts from the first year I was in business. All of this stuff that people look at and say, when did you have time to create this? You know what? It takes a lot of initial time. But once you really start to get in the flow and you start writing ideas down and you start motivating yourself to knock out 3 or 4 or 5 blog posts a week, there's no doubt about it that you're going to write a kick-ass blog, you're going to have a badass website, you're going to send crazy links to all your prospective customers, and they're going to look at you as an industry expert, as a guru. It takes a lot of work, but like I said earlier, it's well worth your investment. Once again, this is Andy, the marketing guy. I'm closing up shop today. It's 12:52 on a Monday morning. I'm going to finish this, edit it up, post it on the site, post it on Facebook, and then I'm going to chill for a little bit and relax. It's been a crazy morning. A lot of really cool things have been happening to me last week into this week. In May, I'm going to be going to Gallup organization in Omaha, Nebraska to become a certified strengths coach. If you ever read Strengths Finder by Tom Rath and Donald Clifton, you'll know that it's something that's helping millions and millions of people. It's a great tool, and I'm going to become one of only 200 global strengths coaches in the United States, and a lot of them are in India, Europe, but there's really only about 50 in the United States, and it's going to be an amazing, amazing resource. And I cannot wait to get out there and soak up a ton of knowledge. So wish me luck. But in the meantime, you guys keep being awesome. Keep cranking out great content. Keep telling your customers what they're missing, and keep coming up with new stuff. Stay innovative. Stay passionate. Stay hungry. This is Andy. I'm out. See you.
If you want to hear more, be sure to subscribe and give us the thumbs up by leaving a comment below. As always, thanks for listening to the Bent Business Marketing Podcast. We're passionate about helping you succeed.